So now to make a probability histogram of a probability distribution, we'll find this is easier to do in Microsoft Excel. In fact, with our new web app for Minitab, I think we've lost some of the options or some of the tools that we had with our old version of Minitab, and I haven't been able to determine how we even go about making a probability histogram in our Minitab application. So it's easy to construct in Excel. Again, you can draw them by hand if you choose, but I want you to see that it can also be done in Excel as well. So what I did was I entered the values of X from the problem 5 in the web assignment that I did in my previous video and their respective probabilities. And I've entered those in columns A and B. Now when you want to make a probability histogram, you need to highlight the cells containing the probabilities. So I'm just going to click and drag from the title of that column and then to the bottom to the very last probability. You do not highlight the X values. And then we're going to go to Insert and come over here to Column or Bar Chart. And I'm just going to select this simple two-dimensional column chart. Now, first, several things I don't like about this graph. It doesn't have any labels other than the title, P of X. So what I can do is I can add, by hitting the plus, axis titles. And all I have to do is double click in the box and type P of X here. And then double click in the box for the horizontal axis title and type X. Usually we have more context, but we don't in this case. Now, we also don't like the fact that there's space between our bars. So we can eliminate that because a bar chart can have space and does have space between the bars, but that's for categorical data. This is quantitative data, and we know that the bars should be side by side. So you want to right-click or click and then right-click on any of the bars, and you'll have the option to choose Format Data Series. And down here, you see there's a gap width that's currently set at 219% on my computer. I'm just going to click and drag this all the way down to 0%. And that puts those bars right next to one another. Now there are all kinds of other features that you can use. You can change colors, you can make them three-dimensional, you can do all kinds of fancy things, and we'll play around with that kind of thing later. But this is acceptable for what we're doing here in this web assignment. So now what you're going to need to do is to upload your histograms in Canvas. I've provided a place in there in the Week 5 module for you to upload a PDF just like you typically would for a turn-in assignment. So you want to click on your graph and copy it. So on a PC, that's Control-C. And then open a Word document and paste it, Control-V on a PC. Voila, there's your histogram. Then when you go to save it, you can save it as a PDF. So I could just go to File, Save As. I'm just going to put it on my desktop here a moment. Probability histogram, and then save it as a PDF. So change this Word document to a PDF and click Save. Let me know if you have any questions.